I'm about to show you guys the easiest way on the planet to create $100,000 advertisements, and that's not a joke. It's literally 2 simple steps, and if you up, then I don't know what to tell you. But before we get into how to actually create these advertisements for ourselves, I want you guys to understand the logic that goes into creating these ads. And in order to do that, I want to walk you guys through some examples and show you guys how exactly these prompts are working. So as you guys can see right here, we're on Twitter, and first of all, shout out to @ehhuang I definitely said that wrong, I apologize, but anyway, so this guy tweeted out these examples right here. As you can see, it says 10 different examples, and that's what we're going to use to show you guys just what VEO3 can do when it comes to creating a high quality AI advertisement. So let's go through and let's play this one by one. And first thing I want to say as well before I play this, is that this utilizes JSON prompting. And if you know me, if you've been following this channel for a while, we've been talking about JSON prompting and JSON context profiles for like 3 months now, okay? So it's no surprise that this is exactly what they're using right here. Now let's go through and play some of these. As you can see, this one's Apple and Tesla. So we got that. We've got, this is the Tesla one I think we just played. Keep in mind, Twitter's probably reducing the quality here. We got this Pepsi one. That one's pretty sick. That actually low-key reminds me of something Pepsi would use. We got this Apple one. I think we just played this before. I'm gonna skip that. We got this Dior one here. I think this is one of my favorites. Yeah, that's pretty sick. That might be my favorite one out of this. We got this Starbucks one. Just checking what the quality is. Yeah, it's on 720, so. Alright. We got another Apple. I'm not playing the Apple one. Apple's getting way too much screen time here. We got Corona. See, that's like exactly something Corona would actually use. It's actually insane. Number 9 here is, what is this? I don't even know what that was. What brand is it? Okay, that's a shit advertisement. What brand is that? Okay, I don't even know if that's meant to be a brand. Then we got another Apple one, okay? So that's pretty much all the examples here. Now let me get into the actual prompting itself using this Dior example. So as you can see, the only prompt, and you guys need to understand this, okay? JSON files and JSON formats can be used as an entire prompt. You don't have to preface it before saying, look at this JSON file and do all this. You just input the JSON prompt, and then that's it. You click generate, okay? So as you can see, that's what they did right here. And you can see the JSON, the reason why the JSON profiles and the JSON prompts are so effective is because AI isn't designed like humans, okay? Humans are meant to read left to right like a normal paragraph, whatever. The way that AI works is that it's much more receptive to structured, organized groups of information or pieces of context, right? And that's exactly what a JSON file or JSON context is. So you can see right here, it starts off with a description. That's basically the first starting paragraph of context. Then you've got the style, you've got the camera movement, you've got the lighting, you've got the environment, you've got the elements, you've got the motion, you've got the ending, you've got the text, and you've got the keywords. Now, to put this simply, all that you really have to do is follow this exact same framework and this exact same structure in order to create your very own $100,000 AI advertisement. But don't just take my word for it, because we're about to do the exact same thing that I just said right now. We're going to follow 2 steps, and I'll show you guys exactly what I create. So how exactly are we going to do this, you may ask? Well, the first step is going to be, we're going to need to copy this prompt, because this is what we're going to use as inspiration for our own prompt. So we're going to copy this, and then guys, go on to whatever LLM that you want to use. I'm going to use Gemini because that's just the one that I think is the best, or it's the one that treats me the best, okay? Right, so as you guys can see, I've got Gemini open right here, and you guys are not going to believe how easy and simple this is to do. So just pretty much prompt exactly the same thing that I prompt right here. So I'm going to say, make a JSON prompt for VEO3 intended to create a $100,000 advertisement for, and then guys, this is where you would put whatever brand that you're making it for. For this example, we're going to use Red Bull. I might make one with Nike because I thought Nike would probably come up with something cool, but let's start with Red Bull, and then let's just say, use the following prompt as inspiration. And then you literally just paste the prompt that I showed you guys. And by the way, if you guys found any one of these more interesting than the others, you can use them, but the structure is going to be pretty much the same. It starts with the description, it goes to the style, it goes to the camera. So really, whatever you use is pretty much going to follow the same kind of format. So let's do that, and then let's click run. I'll get back to you guys once it finishes generating here. Actually, low-key, while that is generating, let me just go back here. We do have a free community, guys. We're up to 765 members, which is insane. I think my camera is probably blocking that, but regardless, we've got tons of AI cheat sheets and worksheets and resources inside there. You can talk to other people who are also starting to learn AI. There's a bunch of different stuff to help you get your foot off the ground when it comes to this stuff, so go there if you want to. Now let's see. Okay, we finished generating right here. So this is our JSON prompt. Would you believe me if I said that's literally step 1 done? Because it is, okay? So we finished step 1. Now step 2 is we're going to be literally putting this into VEO and generating the video. That's literally as simple as it is. So let's go ahead and copy this. Let's go on over to VEO. And then let's paste this right here. Now, a couple of ground rule, guys. I'm sure if you're watching this VEO3 video, you probably know how to use VEO, but I do want to say pretty much always you should start by generating with VEO3 fast, because you don't want to be wasting 100 credits every time you generate. So just start using fast, make sure you've got the prompt correct and everything's working the way that you want it to. And then once you're happy with it, generate using quality. But yeah, I'm a psycho, so I'm just going to generate using quality right here, and let's click and go. And I'll get back to you guys once it finishes generating right here. While that's generating, actually, I'm just sitting here talking to myself, and I'm low-key kind of curious about what a Nike one would look like. So I'm literally just going to go ahead and generate a Nike one as well. So let's do this. Let's just copy that. And let's just do the exact same thing, but instead of Red Bull, let's just say Nike. This is honestly my own curiosity taking over the video right here, but I want to see what it does for Nike and what it does for Red Bull and how it differentiates between the two. So now I will actually be back once it finishes generating. Alright, so as you can see, all 4 generations are finished right here. I did want to say real quick, again guys, in the free community I'll have a written guide as to how to do all this stuff. Pretty much everything that I discover with AI I'll make a written guide for and post it in the free community for all of you guys to look at. But let's go ahead and let's see exactly what this created. So this is the first one for a Red Bull. Okay, that was an interesting one to say the least. I'm not sure Red Bull is going to have a person turning into a Red Bull can, but let's go ahead and see this one. Okay, that one was low-key better. Again, guys, just because I'm literally basically making this an entire AI-generated video, I do want to mention, if you want to make this a little bit better, you should be adding a human touch and going in and editing whatever if you don't like, the lighting or something like that. But I'm making this as easy as I can for you guys, and that's still a really good ad that we made just right there. I have a feeling these Nike ones are going to be a little bit better for some reason, so let's go ahead and let's see what it created right here. Okay, that was a weird one. What's he gonna do? Jump off? I think he just jumped off there. Okay, that one was definitely better than the first one. I think the second one for the Red Bull was better than the first one as well. But like I said, guys, you understand the bedrock, the foundation that we're building right here. You guys are going to need to tweak with it and, see whatever you like, whatever you don't like, in the direction that you actually want the prompt to go in. And you can even low-key prompt that into the prompt that creates the prompt, if that makes any sense. So that's the exact process that you can use to basically create $100,000 advertisements using AI for any brand. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Bye.